Good morning, everybody. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show. With me, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm joined by the Man City man, Peter Stirrup. Peter, how are you doing?
I'm good, Saubrey. And yourself?
I see that you are winning. Is it the good
Yeah,
news?
just great game on Sunday. I
Mm,
thought Liverpool were slightly unlucky to lose there, but
mm,
Arne Slot's not happy.
mm,
Pep's, I think, a lot more happier.
mm.
And it has an impact on the upcoming fixtures, but we'll discuss that later.
Okay. Sisonke, we are together on Sesam Rotle. The beat goes on. There's a lot to talk about. What about Rele Mofokeng? The coach has moved him to number 10 and he's doing exceptionally well. But you need to understand it's at the expense of Mbule and Tito Maswanganyi. What's your take? And remember, he got man of the match, which
Yeah,
simply
he's been getting
tells that that position maybe occurs well for him and he's got two. So you need to bear that in mind. Is this a good position for him? Or bring back Mbule and Tito Maswanganyi? Or what? Have the combination of the three. Pete, what's your take?
it's I think it's a coach's dream to have all players playing for a position that he is pretty key.
Mm, 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 mm.
So I think, like you say, he's playing fantastic at number 10 there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's had a couple of man of the matches in that position, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm,
So yeah,
mm,
he's doing really well.
mm,
The impact on Mbule though is everybody's trying to impress Hugo Bross now for positions in the World Cup squad there. So if he's not getting the game time because he's not the favoured position at the moment there, that could threaten his position in Bafana.
mm,
So
mm.
yeah, well, and we've seen, in terms of the other player, what's his name on ground?
Uh, Maswanganyi. Tito Maswanganyi.
Masangani.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
he's already not really favoured in Bross's lineups at the moment there. So I think it's a bigger impact at the moment on Mbuli there.
Mm,
But
mm,
you know what? Like I said, maybe this is part of the coach's thinking as well.
mm-hmm,
To make them unpredictable
mm, mm,
because you
mm,
can always swap. Excuse me, Mafeking
mm-hmm,
to the wing again and bring
mm-hmm,
Mbuli in. And sometimes I think players in a fixed position become predictable.
mm, mm,
So I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. Definitely a good thing for Pirates. He's been playing really well in that position.
mm,
And one might argue that it's contributory to why they're at the top of the league at the moment. Yeah.
mm. So
What's your take?
yeah, well, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy. Like you said, the more you have, choice, the good for you as a coach. And the coach is doing well. I'll also show his record so that you see the job that he's doing. Look, this coach has done well. Um,
Yes,
these are the games that he played. 28, I hope you see.
I
I'm
do.
enlarging it because I don't see it. And then out
That's
of 28, he won 20, and then he drew how many? Three. And then
three.
he
Yeah.
lost three, and then he's got three trophies.
Yeah, he's done well.
Yeah. So, um, so I think it was a good decision to bring him there. But I don't know, as people out there, what do you think? Is number 10 a very good position for Mofokeng? And then what if Mofokeng does well? Is he going to leave overseas? What if Pirates give him enough money not to be tempted to go overseas? Will you still say, let him go overseas? And his father, too, I want him to answer this question. Will he still continue to say, let him go overseas? But simultaneously, there is a rumor that Pirates is being favored in terms of the games. They are playing less games, according to Cardoso. But before I go there, there's also our page, which is TBR Solutions or TBR Solutions Sports Forum 2 on Facebook. You can see there is Tabiso there. He's running that page together with Tabino. And then they are the people who are behind that one. So we can also continue the debate from that angle. Now, this subject, um, the Pirates being favored. This is the news that I hear. People are saying Pirates they are being favored. But are we talking factually or are we just talking? Because what are the facts say? Pete, what are the facts say?
You have some statistics to that you showed a little bit earlier there.
Yeah,
Have you presented them?
yeah.
There you go.
Mm.
So maybe a little bit bigger there, please.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously Sundowns have actually played more, eh? No, sorry, I tell a lie. Pirates have played more. So where is the stats to prove the rumor? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So
But if serve me right there, Chiefs are out of one competition, if it's not mistaken. So the that's why they're playing more. They were knocked out now, weren't they? Recently, so that all means they'll play less games as well. So, well, the stats talk for themselves, eh, Sobs?
yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, we need to be factual. We don't just have
Mm,
to say things for the sake of saying. We need to be
mm,
factual. What are the facts saying? Are the facts supporting what we are saying? If the facts are not on our side, I don't understand why are we making an issue. But that's what we see. I don't know, maybe you may
mm.
say we are wrong, and then you may say, no, no,
Please do.
you guys, you are applying a favoritism. But here are the numbers. Paris played 31 games, and then Chiefs played 26. And then this does not end here. Cardoso made an insinuation that when Paris they were playing Chuchuma, Chuchuma, yeah? Or Chuchuma Machivandela, and
Mm.
then there was a player who was injured. So I think Paris man went there to go and assist. Yeah. Then he said, "What were they discussing?" So an insinuation that there was an issue of bribe. All right.
Okay.
And then, so I don't know whether Cardoso was saying that worried about the issue that the team is being bribed or what. And there's also the issue of people arguing that pirates are using Muti and all that. Isn't it that everybody can use Muti? If you pirates are using Muti, why can't you use it yourself? If you have seen that Muti is working, use it. All right. If
Yeah.
you believe in that, use it. So I'm not saying I'm supporting what the Baganias are doing. I'm not saying, but here he was. For me, if I look at this pic, he was trying to help
Mhm.
because Carlos was saying, "I've got the pic. I can show you on my phone here. This is what I saw on I think on the Facebook. I don't know whether this is true or not. Is this the same pic now? What do you say, Pete? What's your take?
I think I think people are a little bit upset with Pirates at the moment and their performances, to be honest with you. So
Mm, mm,
um,
mm,
he's under pressure. Cardoso, we know he's under pressure.
mm,
And
mm, mm,
so I don't know. Maybe he's trying to soften the potential blow that might come his way if they go out of the CAF Champions League.
mm, mm, mm,
Um,
mm,
because his previous two managers, when they didn't progress in the CAF Champions League,
mm, mm, mm,
they were subject to dismissal, really. So
mm, mm.
I don't know. He's very verbal at the moment, Cardoso, in terms of what he's saying about. But I think he's under pressure as well. I mean, a lot of people are talking about him as well. So
Mm, mm,
I think he
mm,
feels the need to respond. Yeah.
mm,
So
mm,
I get
mm,
that. I get that. But
mm, mm.
I'm not buying necessarily what we're seeing there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Cardoso need to focus on his games. That if like you are saying, I think you have put it correctly. Maybe it's because he's under pressure. So now, another thing to divert the attention. All right. And then, but along those lines, we had bad stuff at Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns have issued a statement that they have suspended one of their technical staff member. I'll tell you now who has been suspended. Uh, he has been suspended, which is what I think Cardoso should focus on. Should focus on his team, the discipline around there, because they have suspended Mario Masha.
Mario Marshall.
Apparently, Mario Masha is alleged that he leaked the technical information to former coach Rulani Mukwena ahead of Saturday's game, CAF League game. And then this news, we get them from SAB Sports, Mazola Mulefe. So that's it. So what's your take about this? Don't you think that that's where Cardoso should focus?
Well, he's following Mario Marshall's following the steps of Gulam Valodia,
Mhm.
who parted ways with Sundowns at the end of last season, and he was
Mhm.
also on that staff, you know, the analyst staff there. So there's something going on there. I think there's something. I think there's some unrest within the, you know, the Sundowns camp at the moment there, and it seems to be all focused on the analysts at the moment. Whether it's true or not, that, you know, that's where the problem is. One will find out. And what I've seen in the media is that, you know, that they've been keeping mum about, you know, the reasons for that suspension. So this news that you've just written there now is not, it's not common knowledge that I've seen. But yeah, we'll see what comes out of it. But if you look at the recent issue now in the CAF Champions League, there they drew 1-1 with Saint Lupopo in Lumumbashi on Sunday, which now means that they have to win at home against MC Algiers on Saturday, because any other result then would be would exit from the Champions League. And for me, I think on past history, you know, with previous coaches, I think that might just be the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've
yeah,
got, I've
but it
just,
seems to be the analyst staff. So, yeah, as I said, the analyst staff seems to be the ones that I don't know whether that's true or, you know, the problems there. Who knows?
yeah, but that's where Cardoso should focus on to bring discipline. Talk to those people to be disciplined. Let's move on. I've just received the news that the game, I'm not sure how true is this, the game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates has been moved to FNB Stadium. You could see how full was Orlando Stadium. Pirates are doing well these days in terms of the numbers. So, but yeah, I'll share that pick a little bit late. Now, let's move on. Ronaldo, what's happening? Cristiano Ronaldo. We hear the news that he's on strike.
Yeah,
There's so many rumors that we pick up. He's on strike. He's not happy. The investment wing of Saudi Arabia, they
yeah,
prioritize Al Hilal instead of Al Nasser. And then, and my understanding, I don't know. Is he angry that Benzema is going there?
yeah.
Did you want
That
Benzema to
is that
come
seems to be the
that
case.
side because he knows how what you are used to benefit while he was playing with Benzema? I don't know.
Mm.
What's your take? What's your take? Yeah,
I think
and how can you advise?
his his main gripe at the moment is the public investment uh, arm of the Saudis. They own Al Nasir as well as Al Ittihad, and I think there's a third team as well. So he's kind of saying, you know, that they're favoring the one team against the other, you know, when it comes to investments and what have you there. and he's apparently some Turkish journalist, Yagi Subun, I can't pronounce this guy's name, said on Sunday night on X that Cristiano Ronaldo is opposing Karim Benzema's transfer to Al Hilal on the grounds that it would damage the fair competition environment. So when you've got the same owners or the same investors in three teams, it's going to be a problem to actually now keep all three teams happy, because one will say that you favored one and not the other one. And I think this is what's going on at the moment. But also to add on to that, it's also been rumored that Al Nassr has two Portuguese members on its board. It's Simano Coutinho, the sports director, and Jose Semendo, the CEO. But it's understood that the powers have been frozen at the beginning of the month following a decision by the board of directors. And apparently this has now contributed to Ronaldo's feeling of discontent towards the leaders of the Public Investment Fund. So that's the latest that we see at the moment there. So we'll see how that unfolds. I've also seen a rumor that, could Ronaldo return to United for a third term? I don't see that happening.
There are also rumors that he may join Inter Miami. They say Beckham is working on that.
I think that's more likely, if I'm honest. Yeah. Well, he's 41 now, isn't he?
Well, I don't know. I don't know whether. Maybe Beckham is business. You have Ronaldo, you have Messi. You've got two big stars in one team. It will definitely blow. It will definitely blow the brand of Inter Miami. But if you ask me, sporting wise, I don't know. Ronaldo, I don't know whether he. You know what? The spirit that he brings to the team. That's my worry.
Yeah. And can you imagine Ronaldo and Messi playing on the same field?
Well, in terms of football, that would be good, because Messi will give him so many goals, all right? Then he can achieve his dream of 1,000 goals, all right? But the fact of the matter is, my worry is him being Ronaldo. Is he gonna bring harmony? When I look into Miami now, they are like a family. And when there is a player that goes out, they move that player quickly out and keep that unit. If you look at Inter Miami, it goes to that era of Barcelona, whereby they are like a family, the family unit. So I'm worried if they take Ronaldo, will it work sporting wise? Yes, in terms of brand and business, it will work. But sporting wise, I don't know. I mean, if Ronaldo's got ego, when Messi's even far away, when they're together, what's going to happen?
That's my point, yeah.
Did you understand?
That's my point. I don't see oil and water mixing there. Yeah?
No. For Beckham, it's business, but I don't think if he was asking me, I would say, no, don't go that route. Don't go that route. And the other thing that worries me, all Ronaldo teammates, they've deserted him now. They all talk well about Messi, and they start opening up that it was a taboo and all that. You couldn't talk about Messi while we are at Real Madrid and so on. That tells you the vibe that he brings in. So do you want that problem? Do you want to take that problem and bring to your team? Well, it's up to Beckham to decide and the bot. Now,
well, it doesn't mean to say he wouldn't go to some other team within that league.
Yeah.
But he I think he wants to play for the best team. That's it, finishing no matter where that team is. Yeah. And that's why he sees a little bit of imbalance now with Benzema and the Public Investment Fund maybe leaning a little bit too much to the one side there. And I think that's why we've got the current situation.
Did you see what?
But we'll see. Let's see.
Did you see what Benzema said? His argument. He was talking that he likes Messi. That's what he said. I like him, and I respect him. And then, the way he talks, he feels that Messi is one guy who will give you, the reason why you should like it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So for me, if I think Benzema is at a stage, I don't think Benzema was looking forward to play with him again. That's my opinion.
Probably not.
I may be wrong. Because if that is not the case, you wouldn't have gone out there and praised Messi. He even went fair and say, when I won the Ballon d'Or, he's the one who handed the Ballon d'Or to me. All right. He said he's one of the kind. There's no player at his level. We'll never have such. So having said those comments, I don't know how were they going to play together, you know? Yeah, what's happening in England? Okay.
England, well, it's FA Cup weekend this weekend coming. As we started to discuss, the results from the previous weekend. Manchester City managed to grab the 3 points at Liverpool. I think they were somewhat lucky. It was a game really of two halves. I mean, Man City dominated in the first half. But in the second half, Ekitike could have buried us. And he's normally so accurate. But yeah, we turned it around. And some interesting sort of, controversies. The penalty shout by Liverpool where Bernardo Silva had an arm on Mo Salah's shoulder. It looked a bit weak for me, but maybe I'm slightly biased. So for me, it wasn't a penalty. But the Liverpool players are claiming the same. And then there was that whole controversy of the third goal that wasn't a third goal because Szoboszlai had fouled Haaland, who would definitely have put it in the back of the net. But then Haaland pulled his shirt. So at the end of the day, he got sent off and the goal was disallowed. And I saw an interview with Pep. He said, "You know what?" He said, "How many times do you see hands on people's shoulders? You see it in every game." He said, and sometimes they let it go most of the time. He said, "So why?" He said, "I know there's rules, etc., etc." He said, "But why didn't he just let the third goal stand and then, I mean, because it was right at the death of the game, and then Szoboszlai wouldn't have been red carded." So, but that was Pep's view on the situation, not necessarily factual. I think personally, when I look at the situation again, I think it was probably the right decision. But yeah, that was that. So what does that have an impact now? Because we talked about that. Before we move on to that impact, Man United won 2-0 on the weekend. That's 4 wins on the trot. They're going to play West Ham this weekend. West Ham away. I'm fancying them to actually get a result there as well. So hopefully that's 5. That will be 5 games in a row for United. So all the United fans that watch our show there, they must be smiling because Man United are looking a little bit like themselves. And apparently, when you still look behind the lines there, they say Carrick and his coaching. He says he's got a different technique. He's got focus coaching now, so he'll have focus coaching for a particular player, as opposed to when they train all at the same time. The coaching is on an individual level, and I think it was one of the players that said this seems to be having the results that that they're having at the moment there. So, okay, what's the impact? Well, going back to the weekend, the week coming. So because of the FA Cup, the Premier League has got games tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday. And if we look at that, I've already mentioned tonight is West Ham versus Man United. I'm expecting Manchester United to get points there. Man U, based on my predictions for the weekend, if you remember, I said Liverpool City would have been a draw. I think that probably would have been the fairest result, if I'm honest with myself there. And Man United they were just too good. And I also predicted Spurs Man United to be a draw. So guys, don't put any bets based on my predictions. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. On Wednesday night we got City versus Fulham. And on Thursday night, we got Brentford versus Arsenal. Now, that's a potential banana
mm,
skin, as they would say, for Arsenal. So can you
mm,
imagine if Man City beat Fulham
mm,
on Wednesday night? They'll be 3 points behind them, and that will pile the pressure on Arsenal there. So that's the impact of the weekend's results, because Arsenal would have been at least 8 points clear had it been a draw, or 9 points if Liverpool would have won that game,
mm,
which I thought they might do when Szoboszlai scored that goal. You
mm,
haven't
mm.
seen the games yet, or the highlights, but I suggest when you look at that, look at Szoboszlai's goal. It was an absolute perler. It
Mm,
was a
mm,
real fantastic free kick.
mm, mm,
So
mm,
FA Cup this weekend, the pick of the games for me are all Premier League clashes. So we've got Aston Villa versus Newcastle on
mhm,
Saturday, and we've
mm,
got Liverpool versus Brighton on Saturday. So
mm.
that's from a Premier League perspective and FA Cup perspective, what's happening at the moment.
I'll tell you one thing. We are going to the books now. After that, I want us to discuss something. Abeloa, apparently there is a problem there. Mbappe again. Mbappe is in the center of it. Those are allegations that there is a lot of disrespect to the coach. I want us to discuss that after I've shared the books. Now, remember that we are a financial company, and then our principle as TBR, or the big R. The big R is nothing else but all positive English words that start with the letter R, one of them being reading. We encourage people to read, because the more you read, the more knowledgeable you are. So now let me check the books that we have for you. Here's one of the books, How I Turned 500 Rand into a Million Rand Business. You can do the same. If one person can do it, why not you? This book is also available on Amazon as an ebook. So it's up to you. You have to read. And then while I'm still there, Pete, I need to indicate to the viewers that at 11 o'clock, I'll be on Lesedi FM talking about pensions, the impact of taxation on pension, how to save on your pension. So that would be at 11 o'clock. So if you see the show before 11, then will be known. After 11, unfortunately. Then there is this book by Robert Marawa, Shelele, the Robert Marawa story. It's a very Robert Marawa story. Get the book and read. And I can tell you, the book is very explosive. So just go grab a copy for yourself. And the other book is this one, How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. And then I'm sure anyone can do it, you know. And then the other one is this one. This one is by Darlene Small, okay? Darlene Small is an economist by profession, and then who worked for the Reserve Bank for 33 years as advisors to the governors of the Reserve Bank. The last person that she advised was the late Tito Maswanganyi. So you can grab yourself a book if you want to learn more. Pete, it's happening in Real Madrid. So I don't know what's going to happen. It is alleged that there is a tension there, and then Abeloa can't control the dressing room. Mbappe is running amok. At some point, I saw a peak whereby there was a heated exchange between Mbappe and Bellingham. Now, if this is true, what do you think? What should happen? Who's to blame here? Is Perez is too old now? He has lost control of the team. What's your take? And what will you do if you were the president of Real Madrid, you were Perez? What would you do? Because remember, Perez, he has been wanting this player, you know, and I don't know whether the ROI has worked. Has Mbappe returned the money invested on him so far?
I'm not a big watcher of that particular league, to be
Liga.
honest with you there. But Mbappe's a fantastic player, so I can understand why they would want to bring him there.
Mm.
But you know what? It's like saying, as we did just now, about bringing Ronaldo to Miami.
Mm.
If it's going to cause problems, it's not about the player's capabilities. In that case alone, it's what will he bring to the team? Because he doesn't come there as an individual. He should come there
Mm.
as part of a team and to
Mm.
make that team stronger.
Mm.
So the minute you have these kind of frictions, um, it's gonna have an effect. So I'm not sure. Is it having an effect on the team now? Where are they in the league at the moment? Are they first or
Well, they
second? I know
are.
they
I
were up
think
there.
they should be number two.
Yeah.
So far, I think they should be number two. I think number one is
Barca.
Barcelona,
Yeah.
but the difference is not so huge. Yeah,
Mm.
it's not so huge, and especially for the team of Man United caliber. I mean, Real Madrid caliber. You know, Real Madrid, they can always come back. You write them
Mm.
off at your own peril. You know, there is no way you can write them off and say, no, these guys, no, they will always come back. You know, so yeah, I don't know. Those are some of the things that I don't know what should be done. But like we said, maybe it's high time that Mbappe should also do self introspection and ask himself, am I contributing positively? Because that also killed the branding. All right. Because if
Yeah.
I have to choose, okay, this one is controversial, but I need a brand that is harmonious. You get the massive support that message is getting
Mm.
throughout. So yeah, so those are some of the things. Pete, I'm just gonna share the books immediately after this, and thereafter I'll be going to the message special. Then I think we are done. Yeah, do you want to say something on that one, the Mbappe story?
I'm not really that informed on it at the moment, so probably I should go on and research it a little bit there. But do we know what the cause of
Okay, let me
his
help you.
problem is?
Let me help you. People are saying he was with PSG.
Mm.
PSG did not win the Champions League. He left, they won the Champions League. All right.
Mm-hmm. Ah,
Um,
okay.
then people have been pointing out that as long as, even now, Real Madrid is struggling with him. You
Mm.
see, he's an exciting player, like you said. You know what? A very good example is the World Cup final. Scoring 3 goals, it has never been done. I think it was for the second
Mm.
time. 3 goals being scored in the cup final. Okay? World Cup
Mm-hmm.
final. And being on the losing side. So those are little minute things that determines. So I think he needs to do some introspection to say, what is it that I'm doing wrong? You're not above the rest. All right. That's my opinion. All right. Now, Pete, this is one of the books, Secrets for Becoming Rich, which is my first book. And then it has the first and second edition. So you can get it from us. And then the other one is this one by Luther Lebelo, the book called Consciousness of God, of Being God. So you can also get it. Just drop us a WhatsApp. The other one is this one, Entrepreneur Awaken with a Drive. So yeah, those are some of the stories that we have. So for me, that's how I would say, Pete, to say, look, I think Mbappe should chill a little bit, and then in life. But there's one thing that I've seen about him, where he admitted that, you know what, yes, Messi is the thing. You know, it was him saying that, to say, and then I mean, it was not just to say Messi is the thing. You see, he went to India. You saw what happened. I mean, he was not playing football, but everything came to a standstill.
Mm.
You know, and I think people react not only the football; it's a package. How do you treat
Mm.
people? Do you understand? I
Mm.
don't know. It's up to you. How do you treat people? If you don't treat people as having said what I said, that I don't know who's really advising Cristiano. For me, I think he has done well. He needs to chill a little bit. Nature does not allow to have two phenomenon in one. That's how nature is. Nature will always allow one phenomenon to exist, and then later the other one will come in. Jesus was alive. There was no Muhammad. And then when there was Muhammad, there was no other great leader. Then when Mandela was there were no other people. So nature does not allow to have two people at the same time, dominant figures. So those are some of the realities that Ronaldo should accept. Well, it's difficult to accept because he feels that he's the one who should occupy that space. But unfortunately, like all these other players are saying, he was born at the wrong era, the era of Messi. You know, even Di Maria, who played with him, said, I feel pity for Ronaldo. He's a good player, excellent player, but he was born at the wrong era. And they even said, with Messi, it's not so difficult. It's natural. Yes, he works hard, but it's unlike Ronaldo. I don't know what to take, Pete. And for me, he makes a mockery of himself. Your sound, I can't hear you properly.
I'm here.
It sounds a little bit low. Just check it. It makes mockery out of a huge phenomenon like him. Do you agree with me, Pete? No, I can't hear you. You have muted it now. I don't know what have you pressed. Yeah, but yes, Pete. No, the sound is very soft. I don't know what's happening. But while you're still sorting it out, I wish. And then, but let me show you a little bit. What am I talking? That Messi is a phenomenon. I spoke about what happened in India. This is the scene. What happened when he was there? 52,000 people who attended the game. And then he was substituted at the 57 minutes. And this is a standing ovation that he got. So being substituted, but you get a standing ovation. This is something else. This is very yeah, it's the same thing that I'm sharing. Come on, Pete. Still I don't hear you. I don't know what could be the problem, but just check there. And then in the meantime, I'll also share with you what he has done so far. I mean, this is crazy. This man has played 88 matches ever since he went to MLS, all right? Scored 77 goals and 43 assists and 4 trophies. I'm thinking about here at home. A top scorer scored 20 goals. And it's very difficult to reach that 20 goals. They win Golden Boot with less than 20 goals. This man has done 77 goals. And it is alleged he's over the hills. He's old now. Pete? Nah, still I don't hear you. I wonder what happened. Just check there. Check your system. I don't think it's something that is very difficult. I'm sure you'll be able to get what is the problem. All right. If you can just continue to press whatever that you press there, you'll finally get what is the problem. All right. And then yeah. So those are some. Now just to demonstrate the phenomenon. I mean, he's playing away, but look what the fans did. And people are becoming genius, man. They even think outside the box. Now look at this guy, what he did. This is a shirt with the colors of the two clubs. their color and Inter Miami color, and they've got number 10 at the back. You see, so that shows how influential he is. Pete, are you back?
Trying.
Yeah, there you are. Can you hear you now? Then you disappeared again. I just wonder what is it that you are pressing. Maybe take off the headphones. Let's see.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you now. I can hear you. Did you hear what I was saying? I was saying, look, they were playing away, and then people become clever and geniuses. So this guy came up with a shirt. One color is their team, the other color is Inter Miami, but still number 10 and Messi there. That's the influence.
Yeah.
That's the influence that this guy has. And then this is what I'm saying about Mbappe. He said Mbappe at some point he was recognizing what Messi did. I think he should learn. He should learn. Remember, even Neymar was huge at some point, but the wayward stuff, off-field stuff, they really, distract you because you're on papers for wrong reasons, and so on and so on. You get distracted. I don't remember Messi. Messi went to court once, if I remember, with the allegation of the taxation. Do you remember? Which they said, Spain, I don't know what do they do in terms of their taxation. Yes, Pete?
Yeah, in that case, I think you have to defend yourself when it comes to tax, that's for sure. But yeah, everything that he does always has a positive input. I think we can all learn from that, eh? I remember an old saying where they said, if you haven't got anything positive to say, don't say anything at all.
You know what?
Um,
Yeah, you know what?
did you get that?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. If you if you have nothing positive to say, you rather keep quiet.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah. No, this man is a phenomenon. I'm worried about Mbappe because Mbappe, in terms of football, is a phenomenon.
Oh, it's brilliant.
He's very quick. His shooting are accurate. It's just that little thing, and which is probably that's what is happening for Ronaldo. I mean, Ronaldo has done well. Even if he can retire now, I don't see any harm to his image, to be honest.
No.
So I don't know what is this obsession. But there are those people, they don't want to be second best. They always want to be, yeah. Pete, thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Thanks,
And
guys.
then the last show also did exceptionally well in terms of views. And then we appreciate. Thanks. Continue to subscribe and continue to like. And let's comment. Let's hear your point. Now,
That's it, guys.
the question, Pete, which I want to repeat. Should Pirates coach continue with Mofokeng at number 10?
Let's
Or
see what the viewers say.
the other way around? What's your take? Should Mofokeng continue at number 10? And what did you see ever since he played number 10? Is this the best position for him? Unlike playing as a wing. But that's your choice.
He's flexible. He's flexible. Yeah, but yeah, he's definitely making a difference, I think. In 10. And yeah, I just feel for the other players, but maybe it will make them more keen now, Maybe it'll make them more keen. And I think that's a good thing, to be competing for your position. It can only have a positive spin-off on the team.
It will make you better. If you want to say that competition makes you better, look at Ronaldo. It's very competitive. As much as we say this is, but he's very competitive. And that's what makes him a different player compared to the rest. All right.
Yeah.
Pete, the Gaufela, Remo, Sisonke, Rotle, Singwe, we are together. The beat goes on. Yeah. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you. Cheers, viewers. Bye-bye.
Hello, everyone. We are back. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR, which simply means the Big R Solutions. Here I'm representing the company called the Big R Financial Service Provider, Financial Services. which is an authorized and registered service provider. Our license number is FSP 47430. I'm talking to all government employees, age 55 and above, who are already thinking of exiting the system. They either want to go on pension or they want to resign. Two things that comes to mind. How do I save? How do I save on penalties? How do I ensure that the tax is not so huge? What can I do to make sure that I achieve those goals? Now, if you want to know how to achieve those goals, come to us, drop us a WhatsApp, we'll call you. The WhatsApp number is very simple. It's 067 915 1447. 067 915 1447. Drop us a WhatsApp. Don't call, but drop us a WhatsApp. And then we are working together with Allan Gray on this product, on this project. So Allan Gray is our product supplier. So we assist people using that product supply. So it's up to you to give us a shout or drop us a WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.
Kgotsong, ke le tsebisa ka buka ya ka e buang ka tsela yeo ke tsamaileng bophelong ba ka. Le tla utlwa ka mathata ao ke bileng le ona le katleho yeo ke e fihletseng. Hape le hore radio e nkahile jwang hore ke fetole bophelo ba ka. Takatso ya ka ke hore o fumane buka ena ya ka e tla fetola bophelo ba hao. Ya buang ke Dr. Chomani. Take it easy.